Welcome everyone. This is Anil Khwaja, Register Migration Agent, co-founder Think Hack Consultants. शाम की चाय के साथ आपके साथ मैं ये लाइव करूँगा. माइग्रेशन अपडेट्स विद टी जो होता है उसका एक अपना ही मज़ा है. तो लेट्स डू दिस वन. आज जो हमारे दो इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स हैं वो सबसे एक्साइटिंग न्यू साउथ वेल्स 190 के ऑफशोर के लिए जो लिस्ट ओपन हुआ है हम उस पर बात करेंगे. सेकेंडली विक्टोरियन ROI स्टेटमेंट के बारे में बात करेंगे कि किस तरह से हमें ROI स्टेटमेंट लिखना है. कि बहुत से लोग कंफ्यूज हैं कि टारगेट सेक्टर्स क्या हैं, किस तरह से हमें वो स्टेटमेंट लिखना है, कौन से कीवर्ड्स हो सकते हैं जिनकी बेस पे विक्टोरियन स्टेट स्पॉन्सरशिप ओपन हो जाए. इस पे हम बात करेंगे. हम एक छोटा सा ब्रेक लेते हैं. आफ्टर द ब्रेक हम सबसे पहले न्यू साउथ वेल्स के बारे में बात करेंगे.
Think High Consultants. We are registered education and migration consultants. Offer following services: student visas, admissions, change of course of provider, skilled migration visas, temporary activity visas, employer sponsored visas, partner visas, parent visas, health cover for all types of visas, visitor tourist visas, business visas, NATI CCL preparation classes, professional year programs, IELTS and PT classes, coaching programs for new education and migration agents, and many more.
Contact Think Higher Consultants provide personalized and on-spot services leads to permanent visa pathways and Australian citizenship. Facebook/Think Higher Consultants. Twitter/Think Higher House. Instagram/Think Higher Consultants.
Alright guys, welcome back. तो बात करते हैं पहले न्यू साउथ वेल्स की. तो न्यू साउथ वेल्स ने अपनी 190 की ऑफशोर लिस्ट ओपन की है एंड नाउ यू गाइस कैन अप्लाई फॉर, जो कि काफ़ी टाइम से हम वेट कर रहे थे, वो ओपन हो गया है. लेकिन उन्होंने क्या किया है कि इस बार 3 years मिनिमम एक्सपीरियंस जो है वो रिक्वायर्ड किया है मोस्ट ऑफ दी ऑफशोर ऑक्यूपेशंस जो उन्होंने ओपन किए हैं. वेरएज जो 3 years एक्सपीरियंस रिक्वायरमेंट है उन स्पेसिफिक ऑक्यूपेशंस की, वो ऑनशोर एप्लीकेंट्स पे भी एप्लीकेबल है. सो मैं काफ़ी अरसे से आप लोगों को कह रहा हूँ कि न्यू साउथ वेल्स मेनली मैं ऑप्शन नहीं देता अपने क्लाइंट्स को. आपको पता है कि मैं ज़्यादा प्रेफर नहीं करता. एंड देख लें आप, इस बार भी न्यू साउथ वेल्स ने एट द लास्ट मोमेंट दे हैव मेड चेंजेस. लॉट्स ऑफ पीपल हैव गॉन आफ्टर द लॉकडाउन टू न्यू साउथ वेल्स इस आशय पे कि उन्हें 190 मिल जाएगा. लेकिन अब देखें, 3 years एक्सपीरियंस, बीन इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया, रीसेंट ग्रेजुएट होना बहुत मुश्किल है. तो कंपैरेटिवली 190 के लिए बहुत सारे ऑक्यूपेशंस हैं जिनके लिए अब बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा कि वो 190 की तरफ जाएं. जी, इसके अलावा मैंने एक और आपको बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टिप दिया था कि अगर आप न्यू साउथ वेल्स जा भी रहे हैं तो रादर देन कीपिंग योरसेल्फ इनटू सिडनी, आप रीजनल न्यू साउथ वेल्स में रहें, नो मैटर आप 190 के लिए जा रहे हैं. अब नाउ सॉरी, ड्यू टू टेक्निकल इश्यूज आई थिंक हमारा स्क्रीन जो ब्लैंक हो गया था. बट एनीवेज वी आर बैक. सो now see, so you guys still have got 491 opportunity. It's all about if you are living and working in New South Wales region area, then you would able to apply. If not, then it's gonna be very difficult for you guys. इसी सेशन के दौरान हम क्वेश्चंस भी लेंगे. तो जो लोग क्वेश्चंस पूछना चाहते हैं, feel free to put your comments or questions on the comment box. We are live on YouTube as well as on the Facebook page. So आप कहीं पर भी हमें मैसेज कर सकते हैं. We are more than happy to reply over there. नाउ कुछ क्वेश्चंस ले लेते हैं न्यू साउथ वेल्स के हवाले से. जैसे कि हमने न्यूज़ ऑब्वियसली 2 दिन पहले ब्रेक हुआ है, पर इसको हम थोड़ा डिटेल में डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. एंड आई होप कि मैं ट्राई करूंगा कि एज मच एज आपके क्वेश्चंस का जवाब दे सकें, या आपके जो भी क्वेश्चंस हैं, छोटे मोटे बड़े, सिली से कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, आई एम मोर देन हैप्पी टू रिप्लाई इट हियर. काफ़ी लोगों को शिकायत रहती है कि अनिल जो हैं वो हमें अवेलेबल नहीं होते हैं, उनके अपॉइंटमेंट्स बहुत लेट समय मिल रहे हैं. बीन अ बिजी माइग्रेशन एजेंट मैं ये बेस्ट पॉसिबल कर सकता हूँ कि पब्लिक प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे आके जितने आपके क्वेश्चन है उसके आंसर किए जा सकते हैं। तो चलें सबसे पहले हम सोनम कपूर का आंसर क्वेश्चन लेते हैं। Hi, how much time does it take for a final invite? I received my pre-invite for Victorian 190 last week on Wednesday and submitted all documents 3 days ago on Monday. Will the Christmas holiday cause any delays? Finally, they will contact my employer for any details before giving the final invite, or that will be done at the later stage. Sonam, at the moment, yes, they will be, calling your employer to double check the verification of your employment, and Christmas will cause delays. It's a very important part, and I think the Victorian state will going off, I believe, on 24th. They will be coming back on 3rd or 14th. I'm not sure about the exact dates, but yes, it will get a bit delayed. So you need to wait. Generally, they take somewhere around 20 to 28 days, even more than a month. For instance, we have clients who we applied for the pre-invite documentation in the month of October. They got invites in November mid. So you can see there is some sort of at least you need 3 to 4 weeks in order to get the formal invite through the EOI. Just in case if anything expiring or you need to expedite, you can always contact to their contact us page form. They have lots of options to contact Victorian State. You can always send an email to them. But again, don't expect that they're gonna reply, but hopefully might be possible they expedite your application. We'll take another question from Pulkit Verma. If my IT developer job is assessed for 9 months by ACS, can I use the same letter to prove my 5 points of 1 year experience along with the? Yes, you can. Pulkit, you don't need to have the complete reference letter. If you already have for the 9 to 10 months, you can still attach that to the department because what I understood that you asking about if you need to use the same letter for your visa application once you get an invite. Yes, you can. You don't need to rush again back to your employer to get a letter. But yes, additional evidences like pay slips, superannuation statement, notice of tax assessment, bank statements are important. All right, so let's get back to the New South Wales list. So, what I'll try to do right now, I'll put up the New South Wales skill occupation list in front of you guys. So, okay, we can discuss that into detail. And then I'll take few more questions. So, let me just share the screen to you. It's going to be easier for you to understand what exactly the New South Wales has offered us so far. So if you can see here, and I believe that everybody can see my screen now. So what they have updated for the offshore, they have put an identified tick out there. So you need to check whether in the list your occupation comes into the offshore or not. The second is the work experience requirement. So those who have a work experience requirement mark ticked here, they need to have at least minimum 3 years of experience. That can be onshore, offshore. So it's not like that. If you have an experience back in India and you can prove that that experience is paid, you have all the evidences and everything, that you can use it for 190 application. But you need to be onshore in New South Wales. Interstate, they haven't given any sort of policy. You can try interstate because it's going to be a first round as soon as they start inviting, but I doubt that they're going to give anyone who is interstate. Offshore, still I'm very hopeful that lots of applications will be granted. So you can see lots of farmers have been in the list for offshore. Engineers manager, production managers, childcare center managers, health welfare and welfare service managers. Then ICT, they don't have any offshore. All ICT managers and other specialist manager, they require experience but not offshore. Cafe and restaurant manager, hotel managers, they require 3 years of experience but not offshore. Now again here, few of the offshores are librarian, then lots of engineering. If you can see, civil engineering professionals, electrical, electronics. Then you have industrial and mechanical production engineer, mining engineers, other engineering professionals, food scientists. Lots of people are getting food scientist skill assessment to VITASs, which is quite easy. So you should also look into this one as well. Again, there are vets out there, then early childhood teachers, or some primary school teachers, secondary. So lots of teachers out there, pharmacists, dental practitioners, then midwives, nurses. So pharmacists, I have repeatedly lots of time to my clients have told that the New South Wales will open up the pharmacists, and now you can see it's been offered for offshore. Lots of pharmacists are there. You need to give your CAPS test, pass your CAPS, and then apply for this category. This is quite good for lots of pharmacists who are back in Middle East or offshore anywhere, because lots of Middle East pharmacists have been in contact with me. So there are midwives are there, nurses are there. So you can see heaps of IT. Unfortunately, they haven't given 190 here. But again, telecom engineering professionals, psychologists, social professionals, social worker. So we have heaps. Then lots of trades as well. So you can see heaps of trades, plumbers, roof tilers, all building and construction trades all over the place. Then hairdresser. That's where I was, since 2019. I told you that hairdresser is gonna come very soon to 190. You can see New South Wales here. It's a proof that they have started taking offshore applications for hairdressers. You need to get your skill assessment done from Veritas, but again, TRA and Veritas. But then if you crack that one, it's going to be easier to get the 190s. Then even welfare support workers, diversional therapist, dental hygienist. Lots of people are dental hygienists. They generally don't get a dental surgeon skill assessment, so they can apply for hygienist, technician, and therapist, and then apply offshore. 491, there is no requirement as such. So you can imagine that 491, those who are at the moment onshore, living in regional areas, they don't need to worry about the experience part. But again, you need to meet the minimum requirement of New South Wales. Let's take another question from Maninderjeet Singh. How much the new 190 rules going to impact on the ones who are waiting for 491 Stream 3? I don't think so, Maninder. That will impact that. I've already given you the answer for that one. So I believe you should hold tight. If you're already in the regional New South Wales, then just wait. Hopefully, you'll get an invite. I'll take another questions from Pulkit Verma. In my EO and ROI for Victoria in 190, I showed my 1 year experience, but at the time I haven't assessed my work experience. Assess my skills using masters and peer, and I've got my pre-invite, I got my employment assessment. After that will, I believe, should be fine. But Pulkit, if you're not very confident to lodge the application, you should contact ThinkEye Consultants. We are more than happy to assist you in lodging the pre-invite application and claiming that 5 points. But I'm pretty sure we can do it for you. Ammar Awan asking, my occupation is network and system engineer. I've got 95 plus 5 points and have 3 years experience in nominated occupation. Residing and working in nominated occupation, New South Wales, can I expect 190 invite in upcoming? If you have 3 years of working experience, then I believe yes. Again, you need to go through the list which I have shown you. So if I can see your occupation, let me just run through the list again. Yes, so it's there. If you have 3 years of experience, then you should be a very good candidate. Just hope for the good. Now, since the competition has been, it's not a very big pool where all the applicants were applying. But now, since the 3 years experience requirement has been there, it's going to be easier for you to just manage it if you have 3 years plus experience. It's a good profile though. But I believe first round would be a bit tougher for you, but second round, if they start inviting after Jan, whatever round, you have an opportunity. All right, so now let's go back to the our topic for Victorian ROI. Lots of people had asked me, what's the magic you do to get an invite, whereas when we apply for Victorian ROI, we are not getting an invites. There are important keywords you need to remember. First thing and foremost, you need to dig into the Victorian SMP website. Just go through their links. There are lots of links where you can find very heavy keywords, which normally they choose it at the time of getting a pre-invite. So writing an ROI obviously is an art, and if you feel like that you can do it, then please go ahead. But again, being a migration agent and expert in lodging the Victorian ROIs, I know what the tips and techniques are. But again, we are not the department. We are not the Victorian State sponsorship, officer. Still, if they have their change of policy, that is their internal matter. But again, what we write or we submit to the Victorian 190 is what we believe that it's the best statement we can go for. So the keywords, for example, if you're going with the cybersecurity and all, you need to use few important keywords like DMARC or network security, or some sort of antiviruses which you believe, or maybe firewalls, ports where you have important ports needs to be blocked, especially towards the cybersecurity, or any specific state of art, what you call the state of art tools, or anything which leads you to have a better proposition towards your ROI statement, then you need to use those heavy keywords. If you won't, then ultimately they won't be seeing you as a candidate for the particular position. So guys, we'll go for a short break. After the break, I'll still take few more questions, and then we'll wrap up this live session. So stay tuned and stay safe. All right. So my suggestion would be, if in next 2-3 months you are not able to get any invite, then you should withdraw that EOI and re-lodge an EOI, rather than you just wait forever, because nothing's going to happen. You have to make sure that you taking the first step towards getting the invitation. So I have one question from Furkan Hassan. I applied as ICT trainer in Victor 190 with 80 points. Can I expect an invite? Furkan, would be very difficult. I need to see where exactly which stream you have applied. If you have applied for EduTech, still it's gonna be tough, because the ICT trainers, I have not seen any invites being given to ICT trainers. But again, they have lots of quotas left, lot of seats available, big quota left. You can still hope until Fab. If Fab, you by Fab you won't get an invite, then I would suggest you to redo your ROI. As I mentioned earlier, we need to pick up further keywords, or maybe you have to change your industry, because otherwise it won't work out much. So, guys, we'll go for a short break. After the break, I'll still take few more questions, and then we'll wrap up this live. So, stay tuned, and hopefully, we'll see you after this short break.
Student visa. Is it your dream to study abroad, especially in Australia? Don't worry, we are here to assist you and guide you with your study visa process. Being MARA approved professional education visa consultants, we ensure you with maximum support and supervision.
Contact Think Higher Consultants at thinkhigher.com.au.
All right, welcome back, audience. So, let's take few more questions if we have it. Otherwise, we'll wrap up this session. So I have given you important tips about the Victorian ROI. Plus, I've also run through these New South Wales list for you for the offshore applicants. Onshore applicants still needs to make sure that at least they check the requirements of 3 years experience, whether it's been applicable to you or not. But again, if you're meeting the requirement, don't lose hope. Only thing you need to remember that you need to be in a New South Wales or offshore. If you're interstate, then there are less chances of you getting an invite. So just remember that you need to be in a New South Wales or offshore. So as I said, there is a big queue in the New South Wales. So you need to ensure that you guys are well aware about this thing. So I'll take a leave now, and inshallah I'll see you with my next live, hopefully with more exciting news. And yep, take care and stay safe.